All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking again about the benefits of high reps for powerlifting. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say, you're benching about 225 for 3. So my question to you is, how long do you think you can add 5 or 10 pounds to that 225 for 3 until you reach a brick wall? Do you think you can add 10 pounds every workout and go from 225 for 3 to 325 for 3 in 10 workouts or even 20 workouts? Anyone who knows about powerlifting would know the answer is absolutely not. You might have a few good workouts and get up to 245 for 3, but eventually you're going to hit a brick wall because sets of 3, that low volume, even if it's multiple sets, like 3 sets or 4 sets or 5 sets, in my opinion and in my experience, it's not enough to build muscle or strength. It's just you're kind of testing your strength. You're not really building your strength. But let's say, again, you're maxing out at 225 for 3 and you drop it down to 135 for 20. I'd be willing to bet that for quite a lot of time, you could add 5 or 10 pounds to that 20 rep max and maybe get all the way up to 185 for 20 or 195 for 20 or 205 for 20. And by the time you're at 205 for 20, you might be able to bench 325 for 1 or whatever, whereas your previous max was 225 for 3. So I think a lot of people are honestly just stubborn in terms of not wanting to train in the high rep range. And I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse here because I've talked about the subject multiple times, but don't think you're above training high reps. Don't think you're too cool or you're too hard or you're too tough or, powerlifting's got to be really heavyweight. I've actually noticed the best gains training in the 15 to 20 rep range and just adding 10 or 20 pounds to that every workout and gradually building up to a new 1 rep max. So again, you don't train in the 20 rep range with the intent of staying there forever. You gradually add weight and decrease reps. You might do 20 reps, add 10 or 20 pounds, do 18 reps, add 10 pounds, do 17 reps, 15 reps, 14 reps, 12 reps, 10 reps, and eventually you build up to a new 1 rep max. And if you did that, starting with 20 reps, chances are once you reach a new 1 rep max, it might be 50 pounds above what your old 1 rep max was. But in my experience, sets of 3 and sets of 5 does not build strength very well. It does not add 50 or 100 pounds to your max. It might add 10 or 20 or maybe 30 pounds if you're lucky, if you do it for 6 months or a year. But it's not the kind of training that adds 50, 100, 150 pounds to your lifts. In my experience, the best way to add a lot of strength to your lifts is training in that 20 rep range, 15 rep range, and